A bill allowing California to collect data from oil refineries and then fine them if they make too much profit is now law.
Governor Gavin Newsom signed the controversial bill into law just this afternoon after it passed through both the House and the Senate, the Assembly, within a week. CBS 8's Jesse Pagan is here now with what Newsom said today. Jesse?
Yeah, Marcella Carlo, the governor says the bill will help the state and us understand how the oil market works and how companies end up setting the prices we ultimately pay to fill up our cars. But even now as law, the bill is getting some pushback. Okay, so the bill is the first in the nation to penalize price gouging at the pump. It'll give the California Energy Commission the power to set a cap on how much oil companies can profit off how much you pay for gas and fine the companies if they go over that cap. But lawmakers say they don't have to impose a fine. Lawmakers also say the main focus of the bill is how it'll mandate oil companies disclose new information on how they set gas prices. That info will go to a new state agency with the power to investigate the oil market and subpoena oil executives. The agency, along with experts, will then advise the California Energy Commission if it should impose a fine and how much it should be.
When you consider all the fees, all the unique environmental blends, there was still no justification coming from the oil companies. That mystery surcharge remains a mystery to this day. But finally, we have the ability now to get into that black box.
But not everyone is happy about this bill. One assembly member who says his district represents 70% of the state's fuel sector says he's worried about the bill's impacts and what he calls a new layer of government with untested political appointees. The California GOP is also blasting the bill, calling it, quote, reckless and irresponsible. In a statement, they say, in part, quote, Democrats can call this a penalty on oil companies all they want, but let's call it what it really is, a gas tax. They say California's state taxes, environmental fuel blends, and more are, quote, self-inflicted price gougers that Democrats could tackle to bring down prices, but they'd rather point the finger elsewhere, end quote. The bill won't change things overnight, of course. The state still needs to create that oversight agency and create the process for the flow of information from the oil companies, among other things. And of course, it's possible there will be even more pushback from oil executives and other lawmakers.